Here are your early edition spoilers for February 24th through the 28th. EJ is going to try a new approach, and Philip is taken aback when he sees Belinda. As we do on early edition days, let's start with what's coming up for the rest of this week. Beginning Wednesday, February 19th, Belle and EJ will continue their bickering, and at one point, she's actually going to throw water in his face, which will shock him. However, I still believe they might end up in bed together. EJ makes it clear to Belle that he genuinely has feelings for her. This isn't just a casual fling. He's not looking for a one-night stand, but his other actions are jeopardizing whatever is developing between them. Additionally, Sean, Jay, Marina, and others are not happy about Belle being with EJ, which is going to create some complications. But then again, when you're told you can't have something, that forbidden fruit becomes all the more tempting, right? Meanwhile, Xander and Sarah are enjoying a romantic dinner filled with kisses, roses, cake, and a cozy fire. Just as things are heating up, his brother Philip unexpectedly shows up with his luggage, ready to move in. Remember, Xander invited him to stay. Sarah thought it was a great idea, and there he is on Valentine's Day. But it's not like he has a girlfriend or a date, so I wonder if they'll feel sorry for him and invite him to join. There are some one-on-one scenes of Xander and Philip on Valentine's Day, which is February 19th in real life. Kate spends some time with Roman and also drops in on Philip. She's questioning his plans, and I wonder if Kate thinks it's a bad idea for Philip to move into the Kit mansion. Maybe she's worried that Philip will get into trouble if he spends too much time with Xander and Sean. Meanwhile, Jada and Bond hang out at the pub as she shares her frustrations about EJ and Rafe. On Thursday, February 20th, Belle tries to trap EJ. He's not going to like that they are both in this strange position, caught between professional rivalry and some underlying chemistry. I've seen comments where people are very polarized. They either really like them or really don't. I personally like them, but I could probably enjoy watching EJ romance a houseplant too. I just like Dan Feuerriegel. Javi decides he can't hold back anymore and tells Jada the awful truth on Thursday. The only secret he's been keeping is that the fake Rafe, who they both think is the real Rafe, slept with a stripper the night before the wedding. It all started with an implosion, and now Javi is set to inform Jada, who probably thinks things can't get any worse. She feels like life has hit rock bottom, but Javi is about to prove her wrong. Meanwhile, Kristen is contemplating extreme actions to shield Rachel from the fallout of her online harassment, as well as her involvement in Ava's kidnapping alongside Rachel's grandmother, known as the Woman in Black. Kristen is determined to do whatever it takes to protect Rachel, which spells trouble for Ava Vitali. Leo is also at a crossroads in his life now that he's no longer a soap writer or Lady W. We haven't seen Carrie in a while, so perhaps he can reclaim that job. On Friday, February 21st, Steve and Brady will track down Ava, and I'm curious about what brings them back to Blake's house. Maybe Brady thinks there's a clue there since Rachel was spending time there, and he and Kristen found her there. Rafe is trying to convince Rachel Blake to help him escape, and I wonder if the woman in white will hide herself in him when the guys arrive looking for Ava. I suspect that the events on Friday will spill over into Monday, as they often do. Kristen will share her long-term strategy with EJ to tackle their Rafe and Ava problems, as they need to be dealt with for the long haul. Perhaps she'll borrow one of Megan Hathaway's tubes, like the one that kept Beau frozen for 15 or 20 years. But I can't help but wonder if by the time Kristen reveals her plan to EJ, Ava will have already been rescued. Jada will be heartbroken over Rafe's betrayal and might find herself confiding in Sean, who will comfort her. We'll see how things unfold from there, especially with the upcoming days from February 24th to the 28th, where Sophia is eager to finalize adoption plans, but will her mom Amy be on board with Chanel? Johnny and Amy, as prospective parents, aren't particularly religious, which was Amy's main concern. However, for Sophia and Tate, Chanel and Johnny might be a suitable choice. They are a young, affluent couple, and their child will have plenty of advantages. They have a solid reputation, and while it may have its flaws, it's still a recognizable name. I can't help but wonder if Tate will share too much with Sophia about his intimate moments with Holly. Also, will Brady worry that raising a baby at DOOL might not be the best idea, despite his fondness for Johnny and Chanel, especially given his past negative experiences with Darius? Meanwhile, EJ is feeling frustrated with Paulina and Abe, who are telling him he can't be DA again and to back off. Will he give up on his ambitions and just enjoy being wealthy and attractive, or will he find another way to tackle this issue? He wants to regain his power while also protecting his interests. Rafe might be left behind at Blake's house, and Ava should be back in Salem, figuring out how to deal with her captivity and the people responsible for it, all while considering how this impacts Brady, the man she's quickly falling for. We'll also have updates on the hospital's bankruptcy and the search for an angel investor to help save it. It might be Kaki's money, DA money, or Kate's soap slush fund. Something's got to save it. Philip and Xander are deepening their bond as brothers now that Xander has moved into the mansion. Philip is pretty stunned that he actually enjoys having a brother like this and that he genuinely likes Xander, which is unusual for him. I like Xander, he's one of my favorite characters on the show. Stephanie and Alex are living their best lives, exploring their new romance without the stress of jobs or anything else weighing them down. But will jilted Joy become a problem? What will Joy do now that she has no job, no boyfriend, and no way to pay her rent in Salem? Arnold may be forced to move back into the Hernandez home because staying away now that Jada has moved out would look very suspicious. However, Arnold being around Rafe's family is a recipe for disaster since he has no self-control, and they know Rafe better.